He was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can.
This is a horrible thing to say. So I really look at I love a challenge though, and I'm just so proud of every bit of it. We went through a whole roller coaster of the human experience, and I'm very proud.
For decades, Marvel has strictly monitored everything from casting to cameos. So, when word broke that Marvel was suing Blake Lively for allegedly disclosing Deadpool secrets, Hollywood was startled. How did an actress with a spotless image and a thriving family brand find up in disagreement with the largest superhero franchise? And what does that signify for Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool's hilarious heart, if his wife stands accused of betraying the studio? Marvel seldom engages in messy, public lawsuits, preferring private conversations for script concerns or personality disputes. But the enormity of this predicament gave them no alternative. Rumors of leaked Deadpool intel reportedly incriminating Blake prompted Marvel's hand. Insiders describe the tension at Marvel as genuine, with executives feeling stunned by someone they trusted. The case sent shockwaves across the entertainment business, proving that even the spouse of a headline star isn't immune to consequences. Fans were particularly upset since many saw the Reynolds-Lively marriage as an ideal Hollywood fit. But suddenly, their immaculate image is mired in legal conflicts, threatening both their personal reputations and the survival of the Deadpool brand. This drama originated in a wholly separate film, when tension between Blake Lively and director Justin Baldoni formed the framework for a public fight that may have spilled over into Marvel territory.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of both.
It's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and kind of like my outfit, I guess.
Blake Lively became angered by the rumors about her antics on the Justin set. She accused him of disseminating rumors that depicted her as severe and demanding. In an industry where media connections are commonly exploited to affect public opinion, many felt Blake's claims believable. Social internet responded, criticizing Justin for alleged backroom politics. However, Justin immediately reacted by exposing a series of text messages that flipped the story. These signs revealed Blake may be orchestrating stories to fit her own purpose, leveraging her vast network to control media attention. The messages hinted to a plan to modify the narrative whenever necessary, implying Blake may utilize her husband's Marvel power to hide bad news. Marvel's secrecy, especially around Deadpool, is vital to their marketing plan, and any leaks are viewed as a grave hazard. If Blake was engaged in divulging Marvel secrets, it went beyond standard Hollywood drama, hinting a betrayal at a personal level. As a result, Marvel started a lawsuit, and gossip blogs began making the linkages between her terrible publicity and Deadpool disclosures. Fans were left split, torn between Blake's public demeanor and the idea of her using the media for personal profit.
I think the idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days, there's people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
Marvel has long been viewed as a competitive corporation, and the text exchanges disclosed by Justin Baldoni indicated a history of deception. These allegations created enough interest to exceed the ordinary Hollywood gossip. Ryan Reynolds, famous for his social media wit, became unusually silent throughout the crisis. Industry sources believe he's torn between supporting Blake or distancing himself from the claims, possibly jeopardizing his marriage. Fans saw the lack of their typical lively banter, leaving some to question if his stillness suggested remorse or if he was blindsided. Ryan owes his career to Deadpool, but Blake is his partner and the mother of his children. If Marvel discovers proof that Blake shared information, Ryan's dedication will be questioned, maybe even destroying his career. Justin's leaked messages, aimed to defend himself, wound up exposing Blake's methodology, making it simpler for Marvel to accuse her of exploiting Deadpool expertise for personal profit. Meanwhile, Justin is under great scrutiny while attempting to promote his passion project, overshadowed by the lawsuit upheaval. Other studios are likewise limiting interactions, reviewing how content is transmitted, as the industry reacts to the impact.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her.
If Marvel's lawsuit prevails, it may set a precedent where compromising studio confidentiality, even indirectly, has hefty repercussions. Hollywood is founded on hearsay, but companies are growing more cutthroat in safeguarding blockbuster riches. This has prompted fears, especially with a star like Blake Lively facing potential litigation. Is this a new era of corporate intimidation? The Marvel Blake case generates arguments surrounding free expression versus intellectual property protection. If the lawsuit advances to trial, Marvel may demand text logs, emails, and phone records, seeking evidence of Blake's complicity in Deadpool leaks. Blake's argument might hinge on whether she had sufficient access to official Marvel materials or if she was just overhearing chats. Proving purposeful usage is tough, and there's also the matter of Ryan's participation. Could he be forced to testify? Marvel's insistence on total openness may divulge personal data, no matter how embarrassing. Historically, Hollywood conflicts infrequently include celebrity spouses in these scandals, making this scenario uncommon. The outcome, whether settlement or litigation, may change Hollywood's approach to safeguarding its brand, with the fan response already divided. Some regard Blake as an innocent scapegoat, while others think she may have misused her authority to sway journalistic narratives. The case's repercussions can be immense, depending on its conclusion.
I mean, I internalized that as opportunity. Like we had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yeah.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent.
Blasé.
For many, the difficult aspect is reconciling two popular persons, Ryan and Blake, being at the crux of a scandal that puts them against the studio they have valued for generating epic superhero sagas. Some offer steadfast support of the Reynolds Lively family, while others stand fully behind Marvel's right to defend a prized property. This public split highlights a timeless truth. Fandom may turn on a dime anytime controversy enters the scene. Entertainment news outlets have been having a field day. Paparazzi hound Blake and Ryan's every move, whether it's a shopping run or a private meal. Analysts on talk programs regurgitate speculations regarding Ryan's mental health, Blake's potential legal maneuvers, and Marvel's aim. The vacuum created by official silence, no clarifying statements from Marvel beyond the first complaint, few comments from Blake, only feeds more outlandish ideas. Could a large settlement already be in the works? Is Ryan surreptitiously meeting with Marvel management to seek a solution that protects his Deadpool role? Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni's film stays neglected. It's a weird twist, a heartbreaking drama overwhelmed by an overshadowing calamity. The project's marketing department supposedly attempts to focus on the film's virtues, but interviewers invariably move to the Marvel lawsuit. Even if the movie sells well, it risks being recognized as the cause for one of Hollywood's greatest legal sagas. No Hollywood drama is complete without side chatter from other stars. Some discreetly lend support to Blake, noting personal examples of how simple it is for tabloids to twist half-truths. Others quietly sympathize with Marvel, arguing that no actor or actor spouse should dabble in divulging key brand secrets. Speculation is rampant. Will this disagreement destroy friendships among the A-list crowd? Are there any prominent producers privately delighted that Marvel is cracking down on any leaks to save big-budget productions? Observers also detect a variation in how celebrity couples might approach their respective NDAs. Previously, it was normal for couples to casually discuss each other's projects. Now, after witnessing the impact here, larger studios might adopt tougher requirements. If the judgment creates a rigorous precedent, prepare for subsequent disclaimers assuring not just cast members, but their immediate relatives stay legally linked to Silent for years. Blake and Ryan's brand synergy relies on honesty and comedy. They were the pair with clever banter, philanthropic endeavors, and a storybook connection. From co-stars to married parents, corporations queued up to cooperate with them, whether for humanitarian activities or lifestyle ventures. If the court of public opinion comes to decide that Blake purposefully distorted Marvel's secrets, that polished image may crumble. Brand partners may grow wary, recognizing that any relationship with potential scandal may impact their own reputations. Even if a settlement exonerates her, the stink of conflict can persist.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh really? Because I just have one on my list. I didn't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like,
and he's
think of
guessing.
someone. Think of someone. Bob Newhart. I don't know.
Touché.
Hollywood has a short memory but a lengthy practice of side-eyeing folks entangled in terrible incidents. Some fans might argue all press is good press, but poor associations with a beloved franchise may be painful. The threat is real. Lose Marvels, goodwill, and you risk losing a huge section of moviegoers and possible partners. Rumors abound that if the situation develop, Marvel has a nuclear option: recasting Deadpool. Yes, it's unthinkable. Ryan Reynolds virtually is Deadpool. But if Marvel deems the trust is irreversibly destroyed, they may take a risky step, either writing the character out or reintroducing him with a fresh face. Reaction from supporters would certainly be fierce and rapid. Some could swear off the series, others could eventually adapt the same way fans acclimate to changes in other long-running roles. Recasting would also convey a negative message. No one is irreplaceable. That alone may drive Ryan into negotiating a compromise behind the scenes, ensuring the matter closes quietly and expeditiously. Even if he's absolutely innocent, the shadow, generated by a spouse's stated offense, can be enough to tip business scales. After all, Marvel's brand is larger than any single actor, even one as known as Ryan. The Marvel Cinematic Universe contains numerous linked films and spin-offs. Deadpool's cheeky exuberance was a breath of new air, promising synergies that may spark comic treasure. A prolonged legal dispute provides adverse attention, perhaps overshadowing Marvel's well-scheduled phase expansions. Some insiders feel the brand's well-constructed synergy would suffer. Marketing efforts for future releases may get drowned out by the lawsuit's drama, prompting Disney and Marvel to triage the bad news. Should the issue worsen, it would affect not just Deadpool's function, but maybe greater collaboration. Hollywood relies on relationships, and Marvel's determination to go nuclear against an A-lister's spouse would make other famous actors more wary about accepting multi-film contracts. The corporation surely balanced this hazard against the importance of making an example that no one may recklessly meddle with Marvel's secrets. Whispers of possible settlement conversations already swirl across business networks. A private agreement can include large fines, gag orders, or future constraints on what Blake can publicly say regarding Ryan's initiatives. If both parties want to avoid a spectacle, they might thrash out deals behind closed doors, ensuring no depositions or phone record disclosures enter the light of day. But would a deal actually please fans? Many would be left wondering if Marvel had proof that actually implicated Blake, or if the business was overreaching to prevent other would-be leakers. Speculation can continue on with no definitive resolution in the public's eyes. On the other hand, if they proceed to court and Marvel's case is less airtight than stated, the firm suffers a serious harm to its reputation. Both scenarios carry significant implications, so the ultimate conclusion might come down to damage management on both sides. From a simmering argument on Justin Baldoni's film set to a headline-grabbing lawsuit from the most recognized brand, in comic book cinema, the path here has been far from easy. At the crux of it all is the problem of how far someone would go to protect their image, or modify the narrative when the stakes are sky-high. For Blake Lively, becoming embroiled in a Marvel legal web threatens to undermine the dazzling character she established over years. For Ryan Reynolds, who rejuvenated his career as the wisecracking Deadpool, it raises the horrible prospect of losing the role that redefined him. And for Marvel, it's a risk-laden battle, one they believed essential, to defend the purity of their billion-dollar universe. Will hush-hush payments bury this problem and keep fans eternally guessing about the truth? Or are we barreling toward a legal confrontation that may divulge private correspondence, redefine celebrity connections, and rewrite the written laws about what can and cannot be done with the studio's most guarded secrets? One thing is certain. In a realm where illusions and spectacle dominate, Marvel is making it pretty plain that violating their lines, no matter who you are, can unleash consequences that not even the biggest Hollywood star would be able to withstand.